The world is a beautiful place, but many of the dark things we experience are often created by us through systems, structures, decisions, and sometimes silence. And yet, even in all of this, humanity remains.
Every generation receives something, values, ideas, way of seeing. Consciously or unconsciously, we pass them on. The question is, what kind of world are we preparing for those coming after us?
As individuals, as families, as communities, as industries, as nations, we need each other. And when we come together with love, respect, and openness, something changes. My name is Johnmark Agbabiaka. I'm a visual artist and art researcher.
My name is Adekunle Mayowa. I create a visual language I call fractal reality.
The world is a beautiful place, yet many of the dark things we experience are not born from the earth itself, but created by men, by systems, by structures, and by decisions repeated across generations. In all of this, humanity continues to search for connections, understanding, and a place where differences can exist without becoming division. Confluence was born from this reflection. It is not a response built on conflicts or accusation, but on a desire to understand and create room for dialogue.
Confluence to me is how we coexist with nature and we live among animals and nature. Even though we are not from the same background, we still manage to work as a collective, not as an individual, because we cannot live and exist alone.
This exhibition brings together two Nigerian artists from two different backgrounds, different experience, different way of seeing the world, meeting through art to create a shared conversation. Confluence is more than the title. It is a meeting point, like rivers that meet and continue flowing together without losing where they came from. This exhibition becomes a space where different stories, ideas, and reality encounters one another. Through this body of work, we reflect on the visible and invisible distance that shapes human experience. The distance between people, between opportunities and access, between value and reward, between where we stand and what we believe is possible. Works such as The Golden Key explore questions of access, possibility, and whether possessing something always means being able to enter. Distance between worlds reflects on reality that exists side by side, yet are rarely experienced equally. Inherited Horizons turns our attention towards the next generation and asks what kind of world we are building and what they will inherit. Will they meet structures that limit them or spaces that allow them to flourish? The Mindset Series 1 and 2 moves from conversation inward and remind us that not every barrier is physical. Some worlds are inherited, some are taught, some are accepted. Past in the present reflect on how history remains alive in our daily reality, shaping our choices. Perspective and systems, the meeting point becomes an invitation to listen, to learn, to understand, and to recognize that differences do not have to become separation. Through My Neighborhood and Born by Nature, the exhibition reflects on ordinary spaces and everyday life, places where humanity quietly practices what structure sometimes fails to achieve, places where people share, adapt, support one another, and continue creating meaning together. Confluence does not suggest that the world is perfect, nor does it ignore hardship or deny inequality. Instead, it proposes something simple but necessary, that individually, collectively, within family, through our decisions, through the way we raise the next generation, We can choose to bring light into the world. We can make it brighter. We can accept that we do not know everything. We can learn from our neighbors, exchange ideas, and create room for one another. Communities need communities. Industries need industries. Nations need nations. Growth happens when people come together with love, dignity, and mutual respect. The exhibition is not asking us to become the same. It is inviting us to meet, to see, to understand. Because somewhere between your story and mine, there's a place where humanity meets. And that place is Confluence.
Growing up, one of the things I look forward to is to Moonlight Story. The headers would gather us together and tell stories that carries lessons about life, wisdom, character. Many of these stories were about Ijapa, tortoise. We're never the strongest or the fastest, most powerful, yet somehow he find a way to succeed. Not because of physical strength, but because of wisdom, patience, strategy, and experience. Over time, I realized that Ijapa became more and more characters in folklore. It became a symbol of identity where I came from. When people is very wise, thoughtful, and strategic, people might even call that person Ijapa. It's compliment. It speaks to intelligence, resilience, and ability to navigate life challenge. With the header cell, I'm celebrating the wisdom. The cell represents the knowledge we carry through generations, while the fragmented form reflects my visual language of fractured reality, showing that our identity is shaped by many stories, experience, and memories. This work is a reminder that true strength does not always come from power. Sometimes it comes from wisdom. Most of this series are a representation of our characters as individuals. Sometimes if you are a wise person, they will say, in my hometown, they will call you Ijapa. Some people see you as cunning because most of those stories are more of tricky and a way to get your way always. And I have another one that is I call a tango. Those ones are more of how we relate with a European way of dress, the way they dress. So we are more of entangled with how we African even embrace European lifestyle and culture.
Over the past 10 to 12 years, we've been working together as visual artists. We've done amazing projects together, but this will be our first dual show. And we are happy to bring this series, this amazing body of work, to the world.
Two Nigerian artists, we come from different parts of the country, but education put us together. We meet as a friend, but now a colleague.
So we are taking our works to ShadowBoxX Gallery
in North Chicago. This is not the first time, this is the second time.
And this is Confluence.
Hello, my name is Michael Voss and I'm the founder of ShadowBoxX Gallery here in Waukegan, Illinois, just north of Chicago. At ShadowBoxX, we are honored to host Confluence, an exhibition that joins Nigeria and Chicago to demonstrate how art creates conversations that span borders. Confluence is not just the title, it is building connection together. This exhibition brings together two Nigerian artists with wildly disparate backgrounds who, through art, create a meaningful shared experience, reminding us that special things can happen when stories and ideas flow. The Confluence Exhibition is also more than just a collection of artwork. It's a creative collaboration in which we share ideas, experience, and learn from one another. It is my sincere hope that Confluence inspires reflection, understanding, and reminds us that despite our different origins, our different streams, when we converge, we become stronger. Welcome to Confluence.
This is Confluence.